What's up YouTube? Capital G here. Got an entertaining duel for you guys to check out. Is there some evolution brewing within the Thunder Dragon archetype? Because I feel like that could be possible. People tend to forget that Thunder Dragon is light and dark. It is basically a chaos themed archetype, very similar to Lightsworn and others in the game. And with the new releases in Toon Chaos, there definitely is some room for some innovation. Now I just gotta throw out my obligatory bring back Colossus Co-Money, because I personally feel like Colossus should have never been banned. I think I've said that a billion times on this channel. If you look at that ban list and the other archetypes that got hit or got bans, Orcus and Sky Striker, also Salamangreat, all of them survived and all of them have done things since then, but Thunder Dragons just fell off the map, and I don't think that deck is going to be nearly what it ever was without at least one copy of Colossus. I know there's the whole Nemesis argument where every deck could splash in Nemesis cards, and then they could essentially be, you know, they'd have the ability to summon a Colossus, but I could deal with one Colossus, and you'd have to draw the Nemesis card anyways. But he's dueling against Mermail, and Mermail's gonna do what Mermail tends to do, and that's take cards out of your hand, because they can run Diva cards, they can run Moulin Glacia. If you go into Auroradon, you have the ability to use some of the Mecha Phantom Beast monsters, and the Synchro, I forget his name, but he lets you take cards out of your opponent's hand as well. So I've seen this a dozen times, or probably more than that, but it's pretty easy to take all the cards out of your opponent's hand. This is the guy that I'm talking about, Mecha Phantom Beast, Jakalaslan. So yeah, this one, Jakalaslan, yeah, this one can take cards out of your opponent's hand. You don't really have many resources left when you're the Mermail player, but your opponent also has basically nothing. However, he did get he got Batteryman Solar, which is not bad, but the main important card that he got was Thunder Dragon Fusion, and that will allow him to obviously get the Titan on board. He can get a token as well. He's going to go for the Artifact Link Monster, and this is interesting because this is a card that you generally want to use to like set up Artifact Scythe, but it's a little late for that. Usually you don't see this card summoned going second, which to me was just kind of interesting. I think it would have been better to go for, I don't know, I mean, well, he didn't have two monsters of the same attribute. I was going to say, would it have just been better? No, he could have went for Hippa Shinnigan, because that would have given him the ability to recover a light monster from his graveyard to get the Solar back, but I digress. None of that happened. Anyways, he got the most important card that he needed in this situation, which was Thunder Dragon, and now he can just start whacking his opponents face down cards like whack-a-mole. He did not chain Called by the Grave, because if he did, he just would have like gotten rid of a different card, because Titan does not we know Titan doesn't target. And now kind of looks like he might be, you know, in the driver's seat. But anytime you have Diva, you're still in the duel as a Mermail player, and he still has 10 cards in his extra deck. He didn't blow through his entire extra deck in his first, you know, kind of player, his first combo. Now Titan is going to protect itself, and I believe that the artifact did set Scythe in the back row. Titan will go down by battle, and then the Scythe will summon itself, which is way too late for the party to stop any of these plays, but it's fine. He can use Dark Ruler no more, and he can at least get rid of the you know, the scale, and it's gonna go to the graveyard. He's gonna put his artifact Scythe in defense mode, and it's not looking so good for him, but I think he has an answer. And my goodness, what a Thunder Dragon Roar off the top deck can do. It gives him his copy of Fusion, and guess what? He can now just go back to the whole Thunder Dragon into Roar or into Titan combo, where you just get to nuke your opponent's field like crazy. He was able to easily recycle his Thunder Dragons with the Fusion. His opponent says, hey, I'm still in this game too, Cap, because I got Deep Sea Diva, and we already saw last turn that Deep Sea Diva can keep you in a duel if your opponent doesn't have an answer to that. Now, I think this was a mistake. So he's going to try to pop the copy of Titan, and you got to be careful, because if they banish a Thunder Dragon monster from their graveyard that activates, then they could end up doing something like this, because he's going to banish the Roar, which means it's going to trigger. Then he gets his Dart from his deck, and now you kind of messed up, because you basically gave him another monster on field that he shouldn't have. And it's a floating monster. Like, why would you do that? You know you can't take down Thunder Dragon Titan with card effects usually. if your opponent has juice or they have stuff in their graveyard, it's not something you're going to take down. You're better off not even trying. So he tries again, but it continues to protect itself. I believe he is going to make Trishula, and I don't know why he just didn't use that from jump. Like, he could have saved himself from having to deal with the Dark, which is going to give him a free copy of Thunder Dragon Duo. And even if the Thunder Dragon Duo doesn't do anything in this duel, why would you give your opponent a free +1 any? Technically a plus, well, the pluses get erased, but it was 2 cards that you could have stopped them from getting. Now, True King of all Calamities should shut the duel down, at least temporarily, to where Thunder Dragons aren't doing anything. But he is using Chaos Valkyria, which is one of the new cards from Toon Chaos. If nothing else, it just kind of sits there in defense. And you'll notice that he didn't really do much off the True King of all Calamities. He didn't do anything. Thunder Dragon Fusion saves the day once again, giving him Titan in defense mode. The Valkyria is going to die, and now I think he's actually going to end up losing because he's going to activate a couple effects in the graveyard. Once again, he's able to get to that Thunder Dragon. That means True King of all Calamities is going to go bye-bye, and so are his life points. Textbook examples of missed opportunities and misplays that all translates into mistakes and loss of the duel. Anyways, let's check out the Thunder Dragon build. Good good for the Thunder Dragon player not giving up on that duel. Many opportunities, or many times when his opponent was resolving Diva, because I believe he resolved Diva 3 times in that duel and still lost, which is, I mean, that is just incredible in itself. I never thought that I would see the day where somebody resolves Diva 3 times in a duel and then still loses. I really don't like how they, man, anytime you go to like to sort the deck, they put stuff in like the most random order. Like, why aren't all the Atlanteans together? 2 random tuners, granted they have different letters in their names, but let's just put those together. This is what the Mermaid deck looks like. Really nothing all too out of the ordinary. Actually, I don't see that. Okay, here it is. I was looking for the Mecha Phantom Beast and Impala. Let's just go ahead and throw that over here. Put all the random tuners together, and then we have Thunder Dragons. But as you can see, this is a Chaos themed Thunder Dragon, and I mean literal Chaos themed because it's got some of the new Chaos cards in here, like the Chaos Creator and then Chaos Valkyria. This is kind of like a substitute for the little baby Chaos Dragons. White Dragon, Wyvern Buster, and Black Dragon, Colette Serpent, kind of like a little one of those. It doesn't float into like another monster or into another copy of itself, but basically same type of summoning conditions, and also running Chaos Space, another interesting card. Konami, give this deck 1 copy of Colossus. Like, who's actually scared of Colossus? Seriously? Like, even Sky Striker play, like, you don't even have Engage anymore. Like, what are you afraid of Colossus for? Like, give this deck back 1 Colossus, and, at least they can, if the Colossus gets killed, they can maybe banish it, and then they can, like, cycle it back with Thunder Dragon Fusion. Give them a good standard, like, turn 1 play, because this deck doesn't really have any strong going first plays anymore. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.